Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video we will learn about the difference between the equations and inequations, then types of inequations, and also we will learn about the intervals, what are intervals and what are the requirements of the intervals. First we learn about the equations. We have already learned about the equations in the videos for linear equations and also quadratic equations. We know what is an equation. An equation can be said to be representation of two equal algebraic statements which carry one or more variables. They are carrying one of the equal to sign because they are equal statements. For example, suppose we write here one, that is 2x plus 3 equal to 5. This is a linear equation. We write here x square plus 5x minus 6 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. We write here ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. This is a cubic equation. We have already learned about the solutions of these equations. Then what are inequations? If this equal to sign is changed by either greater than or less than or greater than equal to or less than equal to signs, then it becomes an inequation. For example, suppose we have the same 2x plus 3 is greater than 5, or we say x plus 2 is less than equal to 3x plus 5, or we say that x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 5x plus 3 is less than equal to 0. These are all examples of inequations. Let's discuss now about the types of inequations. Like equations, we had the types of equations: linear equations, quadratic equations, cubic equations, and so on. The same is here. Inequations are also linear inequations, that of degree 1. The inequations of degree 1 are known as linear inequations. For example, suppose we have 2x plus 5 is less than equal to 0. This is a linear equation in one variable. Another example we may have, suppose it is 3x plus 2y plus 6 is greater than equal to 0. This is also a linear inequation, but it is having two variables. Like this, there may be of three variables or more variables. Next, quadratic inequations. The equations of degree 2 are known as quadratic equations. Same here, the inequations of degree 2 are known as quadratic equations. Like here we have x square plus 5x is less than equal to 6. Or x plus 2 into x plus 3 is less than equal to 2x plus 5 into x plus 1. These are the examples of quadratic inequations. Next, cubic inequations. You can understand now the inequations of degree 3 are known as cubic inequations. Like we have x cube plus 3x square plus 5x minus 1 is less than equal to 0. This is a cubic inequation in one variable. Similarly, we can have in two variables or more variables also. And also, according to degree, we can have more types of inequations. We have to discuss now about the intervals. Why about intervals in this particular chapter? Actually, when we find the solutions of the inequations that are in the form of intervals, so we are to study about the intervals here. What is an interval? An interval actually can be said to be a group of real numbers which can be taken as the values by a variable according to the problem. Like suppose we have a and b, any two real numbers, and a is less than b, and suppose there is a variable x, and x takes the values according to the problem, x takes the values from a to b. Then we write it as an interval that x belongs to ab. This is the form of an interval. Actually, interval shows the limits from to which number to which number, all the real numbers between that, or from one to the another one. So what are the types of intervals? The first one here we have is closed interval. What is a closed interval? Suppose we have a and b, any two real numbers, and x is a variable. Which may take the values from a to b. A is less than b. A to b means a and b both are included, and all the real numbers lying between a and b. Then we say that x belongs to ab. This is the closed interval. Actually, closed interval is represented by a square bracket. Suppose we want to represent it on a number line. If we draw the number line here, smaller number is on the left and the larger number is on the right, a and b. And we want to represent this interval ab on the number line, that is closed interval. Then we will make two bubbles here. They are closed bubbles at a and b, and darken the line between a and b. This is representing the closed interval ab. Bubbles are closed because a and b are also included in the values for x. We can also represent it as x is greater than equal to a and less than equal to b. So these are the representation of closed interval. Number one with the square bracket, number two we write with the signs of inequality, and number three on the number line. Second type of interval is open interval. What is an open interval? Suppose a and b are any two real numbers and a is less than b, and x is a variable. It takes the values between a and b. Between a and b means a and b are not included. All the real numbers which are lying between a and b can be taken as the values by x according to the problem. Then it is an open interval, and it is represented as x belongs to ab. The square bracket not used for this, it is a circular bracket. A square bracket is used for closed interval. Open interval means circular bracket. X belongs to ab. With the sign of inequality, suppose we want to represent it, we can also say that x is greater than a and less than b, or a is less than x is less than b. Suppose we want to represent it on the number line. A and b are marked like this. But this time we will have the open bubbles here. Why? Because a and b are not included. X is taking all the values between a and b, and we darken the line between a and b. So please remember, for the closed interval we are filling the bubbles, and for the open interval we are leaving the open bubbles. The third type of interval we have is semi-open or semi-closed interval. What is the meaning of semi-open or semi-closed? It means one side it is open, another side it is closed. Suppose A and B are any two real numbers and A is less than B. And X, the variable, takes the values such that A is less than equal to X is less than B. So you can understand, A is included but B is not included. Taking all the values from A to less than B. If we represent it as the interval, then we can represent it as X belongs to A, B, means A is closed. A side it is closed. It is closed on the left side and on the right it is open. So right side is shown by the circular bracket and the left side is shown with the closed bracket. On the number line, suppose we represent it, A and B are marked. A is closed, so this will be a filled bubble, closed bubble. And B is open, it means this will be open or unfilled bubble or hollow bubble. And then we darken the line between them. But suppose it is like A is less than X is less than equal to B, then we say it is closed on the right and open on the left. Then we represent this as X belongs to AB. A is open means circle bracket. B is closed means this is square bracket. And on the number line when we represent, this is A and this is B, this time A will be the hollow bubble or open bubble. And B will be closed bubble because B is included. And we darken the line between that. So these two are known as semi-open or semi-closed intervals. Remember one more special thing. Suppose we have somewhere X is greater than equal to A. Then we can say that X belongs to A to infinity. It may take all the real values up to infinity from A and A is included. This is closed. But please remember, infinite is always open because there is no particular value for infinity. We can also write it as in the inequality form, and also on the number line when we present this will be A is darkened, filled bubble. This is A. And B we will just mark with the arrow because this goes up to infinity. Same way if it is X is less than B. Less than B means we can write X is belonging to minus infinity to B and B is open, but minus infinity is also open. So this is open on both the sides. So please remember whether it is minus infinity or plus infinity because there is no particular value of infinity not defined. So we mark it with the open, that is circular bracket only. And on the number line, this time we mark B here and B is open. So this will be a hollow bubble. And we will mark it with the arrow onto the left side. This is minus infinity. We can write plus infinity here and we darken the line up to B. So these are the types of intervals and these are the representation of that. I think you all have understood. Please remember that you must subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed it so far. And we will go to the better, convincing, easy videos on every chapter of mathematics. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any comments or doubts, leave them in the comment box and I will get back to you.